Surfing, riding waves on boards as fun or as a sport, has been part of people in maritime provinces, but little is known. Surfing could also be turned into a lucrative industry. The Surfing Association of PNG is onto those and more. I talked to Andrew Abel, the president and co-founder of the association. Thank you, Andrew Abel, for coming onto the program, giving up your bit of time and coming onto the program. Thank you for your presence here.
Thank you, John.
All right, you've served, you do the big waves, you do the small waves, you ride the big surfing boards. Tell us about that.
Surfing is it's contagious. It's once you're bitten by the bug, it becomes ingrained into your DNA. It consumes you. It becomes part of your whole life, and I think that resonates with your friends, with your immediate family, and it has its own.
It's also great fun, eh?
It's great fun, and
where did you learn all that?
I cut my teeth surfing on the Sunshine Coast when I was at school, down the sunny coast.
Yeah, that's the places. But back in PNG now, are there places that people can go surfing here?
Absolutely.
Where are they?
The best surfing spots during the northwest monsoon season from November through to April. Vanimo, Wewak, Aitapi, Madang, North Coast Madang, a place called Bogia at Tupira, off to New Island, all along the east coast of New Island, up to Hanover, New Hanover, Manus, of course, Rambutso, and even the mainland.
So and more places here that we can surf.
Absolutely.
So what about the surfs themselves? Surf the water, I suppose. Are they 6 feet? Are they 12 feet? What are they? I mean, do we have big surfs here? Competitive surfing?
Well, the surfing in Papua New Guinea is predominantly on reef breaks. Unlike in many other countries, like for example in Australia, it's predominantly on beaches. They do have point breaks as well, but in Papua New Guinea it's predominantly reef, so you're surfing a wave from anything from 2 to 3 feet, can be as high as 10 feet, with a coral live reef at the bottom. You know, you could have maybe a 2-3 foot clearance with a wave 2 stories high sometimes. So
it'd be dangerous, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it is dangerous. It's a calculated risk, but it's probably safer than trying to cross the road.
Okay, Papua New Guineans, are we natural surfers? What are we? I mean, can we do this?
Absolutely. Our Papua New Guineans are gifted by God in natural sporting abilities, and any Papua New Guinean, male or female, young and old, can surf. If you look at our Pacific Island neighbours in Hawaii, in Fiji, and Tahiti, a lot of these ancient cultures have 3-4 generations of surfers, of little kids right back to their boo-boos, still surfing to this very day on their longboards.
Wow.
So it doesn't matter how old you are. I think the only impediment really is in your mind.
Aha. All right. You're the president and co-founder of the Surfing Association of Papua New Guinea, an organization not many people know about that.
I think we're probably better known around the world now
than in PNG.
Than in Papua New Guinea, because of the work that we do in developing our policies and the surf area management plan model. It's become the focus of academics and universities, in particular San Diego State, California, Plymouth University in the UK, and Bond University in Brisbane. Because what we've essentially done here in PNG is turn the whole industry upside down and put the horse before the cart, so to speak, and ensuring that the development of the resources is done in an equitable and sustainable way, where before we even think about developing the resource, we first sit down and engage with the people, the custodians of the resource. Knock on the front door and engage with the people first. Follow the protocol. If you look around the region, a lot of the indigenous people are circumvented, and it's a very sad situation.
Mm-hmm. And you're doing that, huh?
This has been, excuse me. This has been my 29-year passion of promoting and developing the sport, and in parallel developing the whole surf tourism industry. Obviously, totally different to the way the rest of the world have done things, and I think that has come about through what I've seen in my travels around the world, where I've seen the indigenous people, in particular in places within in Bali, in the Mentawais, and our Pacific Island neighbours, where you have million-dollar resorts owned and operated by multinationals, but the indigenous people don't even participate in any way or form, and it's really, really sad when, in actual fact, it's their resource.
That's true.
So what I did was, right from the beginning, I ensured that I put the horse in front of the cart, and made sure that we did things properly, bearing in mind, as a Papua New Guinean, that was incumbent on me and our national duty to make sure that we put our people first.
Yes, and in this country, we have situations where the people cry about their resources. They're mere observers to their own resources and their own land. It's a cry that's still out there. Tell me some situations where you've had an impact and made a change there. Well, if you look carefully where we started this whole model, it started in Vanimo. Right. That's where, coming back from Australia from school, I went up there and I started the whole foundation, the true foundation of engaging with the resource custodians. And I had this vision of of setting up a unique environment where we can promote and develop the sport, and develop the surfing resource, which is a resource that is will be generated for millions of years to come. But we're not realizing that potential right now, correct, are we? But it is there.
Correct. So basically, I had a vision, and then Sean and Nick Keane from Noosa Island Retreat, based in Kavieng, approached me and said, "Andy, we'd like to set up a surf resort in New Island." They said, "We hear about you've got a new model that hasn't been proven and tested, but we'd like to adopt it." So I articulated the basic principles of what it was, and that was basically to create a surf management plan. We identify certain breaks within a given area, say a corridor. Right. And in that corridor, we engage with those particular resource custodians who own those particular reefs. And by engaging with those people, we gain access to agreement. So we have a proper template agreement. Okay. And in lieu of access to surf those particular surf spot during the surf season, we charge a levy of 12 Aussie dollars per surfer per day. And that money reticulates directly to these communities. Okay. And in lieu of the levy that's been charged and paid to the resource custodians, we show to the people that not to dynamite the reef, not to cyanide poison the reef, because tourists want to come and dive and snorkel and fish and surf at the same time. And so it's an educational process, and it creates a win-win for all parties to the model.
Are you on the same page with the Tourism Promotion Authority here?
Well, I sit on the Tourism Promotion Board. I've been there for 10 years now, and I've been pushing my model for a long time with them, and of course it's now become the focus of like I said, universities and academics, and I believe I've got the support of our government. They're starting to realise now that what I've been pushing for 29 years now, all around the country, if you look at our footprint, it's not only promoting the sport, but it's actually creating a template where we are engaging with the people. When government talks about we want to develop tourism in this country, well, who's the most important element in the equation? It's the people. They're the gatekeepers of the resource. So we must first engage with them, because us blessed land, they're the gatekeepers. All
right. I think we should have you back on the program to talk you a little bit more on that. We are running out of time, but Andrew Abel, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much, John. Thank you. Cheers.
Andrew Abel, the president of the PNG Surfers Association. If you want to comment or provide feedback to any of our stories, please visit our website at pngtonight.com. This has been PNG Tonight. We'll do it again at the same time tomorrow. Good night.